Let's go to Green Bay. Jeremy in Green Bay. Nice to have you, Jeremy. How are you?
Good, Jim. And I don't fault the bra for running for office. It's 2020 after all. And maybe in today's politics, there's a place for a shirtless, baloney-nippled, burnout beach bum. But the vote didn't quite turn out in Silk's favor. So I wanted to give the clones an unbiased review of his campaign. Silk's final pitch to the voters was poignant. He wanted to allow lifeguards the ability to issue citations and fines for anyone playing volleyball, sitting on a beach towel too long, or generally having a good time. There was a $1,000 tax credit for narking out 5 or more of your friends and neighbors for breaking social distancing and mask mandates. Free college was also on the docket, but it would have been topped by a coalition of substitute teachers. And he wanted all residents to have access to the same health coverage he has, although he wasn't quite sure how to give everyone access to his wife's insurance. And clones, he wasn't kidding when he said his campaign would focus on homelessness. He was going to remove the negative connotations of the phrase soup kitchens and would have called them full mosh bum seshes. These seshes would have ditched the soup and bread and served cured meats, aged cheeses, and fine wines contracted out to his wife's company. The campaign's strength was definitely its ground game in churning out the bum vote, spearheaded by Rich and Irie. But the majority of tax-paying voters went in another direction. Jim, in closing, the year of the bra will go down in jungle history. He started off by being branded a narc, getting left on hold for the smack-off, and now it's ended by losing a historic election. What's next, getting the surfboard stolen by an angry beach volleyball player? Silk, nah. It, nah. City councilman, hell nah. Deuces, Jimmy.
Dude, that was so bad. That was so bad I couldn't even run it. That was so bad. That was the train wreck I could not take my eyes off of. So now we've got one guy who denied having pepperoni nipples and one guy accused of having bologna nipples. Hey, bro, was that a phone call off the top of your head, or were you just on your phone scrolling down and reading every reaction and every tweet of the last 6 months about Silk?
Nah.
Because that's how, yeah, bro.
Nah.
That's how that sounded. That sounded like you went to your iPhone and you and opened up your Twitter app and just started reading all the comments for the last 6 months. Every single one of them, and strung them together like that was some sort of stream of consciousness or some kind of spontaneous phone call off the top of your head. When in reality, that's every single tweet about Silk for the past 6 months. He didn't win. He didn't come close. The JTP's having a field day. In fact, the JTP is going to have a field week. The JTP is going to have a field month. The JTP will never let this go. I've got nothing against him, man. Like I said, I've got nothing. I'm here not to crucify the guy, but to praise the guy for trying to make his neighborhood and his community a better place. Putting himself out there, taking a chance. Yes, he got his ass kicked. We all get our ass kicked. All of us. Everybody. In every walk of life. The only way you don't get your ass kicked is if you never try. He tried. And it went really badly. But I'm not going to fault him for trying. Just come to find out his name recognition was not what he thought it was. Or at least not amongst the people who matter, namely the constituents, the voters in his own community. As somebody tweeted, name recognition. What is Rick in Buffalo? The fact that he knows who this guy is, how is that going to help him in a local election? And the answer is it's not. And it didn't.
Hell nah.
I mean, maybe he does have some name recognition, just not amongst the people who matter, the people who could have elected him, the people who vote. Apparently, nobody in the backyard knows who he is.
I do have some name recognition.
But people know him. People know him across this fine land. And come to find out, as I'm looking at Twitter right now, people hate him across this fine land. It could not have gone better for the JTP. Could not have gone worse for Silkinson, nor better for the JTP. But if you think that I'm here to pile on, you got it all backwards. What are you smirking about, Hawk? Hawk's pretty happy about that phone call that he put up from Jeremy. Like I said, that was not a phone call. That was Jeremy reading Twitter.
Nah.
Unless he made up that baloney nipple crack himself. Now it's just a matter of still coming in here and denying that he's got baloney nipples, much like Chael Jr. denied having pepperoni nipples.
Baloney nippled